Anything Can Happen Friday. The art and cultural side of Southeast Asia.
Hi, welcome back to Driana ASEAN, the voice of discovery and sharing. You're with Grace.
This is Jolene.
And you are at Anything Can Happen Friday. And of course, we have been having this fun conversation with Daphne Khoo from Singapore. She's a singer-songwriter. And this conversation is just heated up. So let's carry on, yeah? So
I like that.
So for the next 5 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Typical question, but I'm just going to ask her anyways. What is your plan?
Okay, well, 5 years is a long time. It's hard to even think about like what I'm gonna have for dinner, But I think in the next 5 years, the hope is that I will keep making really good music, that it will keep getting even better, and that I can reach a larger audience. And really, to me, it's about making the best music that I possibly can, and to keep going from there. But yeah, I'm pretty focused on my career and my music, and I hope that in 5 years, big things, hopefully.
Or would you plan to pick up other instruments?
I think I'm gonna work harder on producing.
I see.
Like just get better at, because I know how to translate what I want to tell a producer what to do, but I don't really know how to do it myself. So I kind of.
Right.
I told you, I'm a bit of a control freak, right? So I think it would be good if I learned how to do that myself as well, but really get on songwriting sessions and collaborate with as many people as I possibly can. Hopefully within this year, I have a duet coming out with Nathan Hartono from Singapore and Indonesia, and he has an EP coming out. So I wrote 2 of the songs on the EP, and one of them is a duet that we're going to be doing together. So that's coming out in a couple months, and then for me, I'm hoping to release a single in Singapore and hopefully Malaysia.
Right.
It'll be online, so it'll be worldwide in a couple months as well. So hopefully,
So a lot of projects are coming along.
Yeah, more and more, hopefully.
Yeah. When you talk about music industry, nowadays more new genres are also coming up. A lot of types of music out there. What are your thoughts or perspectives when it comes to mainstream music and versus creating original songs?
I think original music is where mainstream music gets their music from, because all original music has to come from somewhere. But to me, that was a huge question, especially being an artist. Finding your sound is such a huge question, and it's something that some people take many, many years to figure out. And honestly, I think when it comes to just being true to yourself, that's when the best music comes out. But I think in terms of mainstream music, and this is just my take on it, but mainstream music is what the people want to hear, what they can identify with in their time. And I honestly always think that the artists that are being true to themselves, that know how to look ahead of the curve in terms of pop music, in terms of what is popular, and can look for the music that is resonating within themselves, I think that is when the best music comes around. It can be... And talk about the Singapore local music.
Sure.
So people like Gentle Bones and the Sam Willows, honestly, they have such a unique sound that's their own. And I don't think that they went out there and was like, I want to sound like this person, I want to sound like that person. They just made music. And I think the best way to make the best music and be really, truly honest with yourself is to just keep going and keep trying and keep doing new things, because then you can be like, this is more me, and that is more me.
Right.
And then you work on that sound, and then you keep making the music that's true to you, and people will know it. You do the best when you do you, and so I think it might just be a roundabout way of saying it, but just as long as you are yourself, people can see that, and you get the right people, you get the right producers and musicians to come on board to translate who that really is with music. So quality is definitely a huge thing.
Yeah.
You need to have the quality that needs to be there already, at a level that is in an international level, and then once you have that, being able to get your sound and your message and who you are in the music, I think that's when the best parts of you come out. Even for pop music, for popular artists right now, they get to be a part of the writing session. They want to know that what songs are being written for them or
course.
what songs they choose are part of who they are, you know. And I think a huge reason why someone like Taylor Swift is so huge is because she is a huge part of the writing process. She knows exactly what she wants, and she knows what message she wants to bring across. She knows how to think ahead of the curve and how she wants the music to evolve, and she knows that it's very much her. And I think that is a huge reason why people resonate with that so much, because she's looking for her center, she's looking for who she is in her music, and then other people can look for themselves too.
Right. Wow, that's very inspiring. Cool.
So is it hard for you to come up with original songs? I mean,
It's touch and go. So I think selfish songs are kind of easier to write because I don't feel the pressure that I'm gonna release it or anything. But I think trying to write pop music, it's a lot of pressure, I feel.
Right.
So it's been kind of a long time since I sat down and was like, I'm gonna write this pop song right now. And usually it's better as a collaborative effort. So I'm working on that, but it does take a lot it's kind of intimidating, but the less you think about it, the easier it is actually.
But you will want people to remember your music as something. Like, this is Daphne's music.
Yeah.
So what are the elements that you will want people to remember about you?
I think for me, the songwriting aspect is really important. So if anyone takes anything away, like for me, what music does is it brings me back to a place, or it landmarks a place for me. So if I listen to a particular song that I really, really love, I will listen to it through a segment or a section of my life. And whenever I listen to it again, it brings me back to that place. And I want to be that for people as well. Like, I want to create music that will not only be like a background music to their memories, but it's something that will help them remember good times or bad times, and just like be kind of the life soundtrack kind of thing. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah.
I think that makes sense. So don't worry about it. So before we end this interview, right? Let's ask her about this event that we talked about. Asian Connection at Laundry. Have you visited Malaysia before to perform?
I have been to Malaysia before, and I played at a really awesome place called Merdeka. Mordecai, yeah. I don't know if I'm saying it right. But that was a really awesome experience. I just came with a friend who had a show, and he was like, "You want to play?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So we came down, and I'm still learning so much about your music scene, but it always never fails to surprise me, in a good way.
So between Malaysian and Singapore,
it's hard to say because I don't know the industry here that well, but I've grown up with the industry in Singapore, so I've known it from being pretty much non-existent to where it is now. But I still have a lot to learn about the Malaysian music scene, and I'm excited to learn more about it too.
All right, we're very excited to have you here more often in Malaysia. So that's it for our interviews at Anything Can Happen Friday. So thank you so much, Daphne.
Thanks
All
for
the
having
best.
me. Thank you.
Thank you for tuning into Drian ASEAN. For more interviews by Drian ASEAN, please tune in to our website at drianasian.com. If you're on the go, you can always download our TuneIn app on your mobile. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels at Drian ASEAN and Drian ASEAN TV. Don't forget to follow us on our Facebook page, Twitter, and Instagram. We always welcome feedbacks from our listeners. Stay tuned with Anything Can Happen Friday every week. Drian ASEAN, the voice of discovery and sharing.
You're now listening to Drian ASEAN, the voice of discovery and sharing.